What's shaking, Empower people? Or are you empowered? That's the question.
By now, you got to be empowered by now.
To empower or not to empower? That is the question. Hey, so we want to talk on this show about the idea of investing in demand.
Yeah.
And, Keith and Kevin, I just wanted to share, I had a really good idea for popcorn that would, I think, reach out well to the LGBTQ. I was going to call it Bud Light. Obviously, they're not paying attention to where the demand is coming from.
Right.
Pay attention. Who was it? Garth Brooks? I think was it Garth Brooks?
Yeah, he opened up a bar and said he's selling like, everything.
We're just going to sell Bud Light. And I read something literally the other day talking about all his concerts in the fall are canceled.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Toby Keith canceled a joint concert with him. He's like,
what? I didn't know this.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what happened. He's like, people don't want to. All I did was say I'm going to sell Bud Light at my thing.
This is the thing. He's not really socially intelligent. He's got this. He's at this podcast. He's giving an interview. Nobody asked him about the whole Bud Light situation.
He went out of his way to bring it up.
Yeah,
wow.
And say I'm going to be selling all my beer at my bar. But also, he said the people. He kind of labeled the people on the right as white supremacists and they don't like gay people.
Yeah. Wow.
So he inserted himself into that conversation. And it's like, some of these people are not socially intelligent. Just have your bar. Everybody's welcome. Did you ever say everybody's not welcome? So why you got to insert yourself in?
If you want to serve Bud Light, serve it. Why you got to put yourself in? I mean, didn't you learn from Bud Light? You don't want to, when you're running a brand, you don't want to you want to alienate half of your audience.
No, not at all. And so it's important to pay attention. What is the demand? I mean, come on. I read that. I was like, guys, that is crazy. This man is not paying attention.
He sure isn't. Well, he's a Democrat, so
kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and he's trying to lose money.
Listen, this is a total side note because it's like, but the LGBTQ stuff is like, listen, you want to live life however you want to live. Like, go ahead and do it. Right. Don't tell me about it. Don't tell our neighbor. Don't tell everybody about it. But I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to walk down the street with a flag and clap my hands and say, yay for you. And so I'm not going to celebrate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, give me a break. You're a person just like I'm a person. You can choose to decide that you want to try and change your chromosomes, which can't happen.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna start celebrating. So everybody should bow down to you because you've become so brave in the process. I mean, come on.
They trying to dictate and force your speech. I mean, you're allowed to live your life and live your life how you want to live it, but don't force me to, believe in your fairy tale.
That'd be like me
deep throating us. Take this down your throat
right now. It'd be like me saying, you know what? You have to say to me, like, hey, you have to celebrate the fact that I got a big beard.
Yeah.
And if you don't celebrate it, like, get a new flag called Beard Style and clap for me as I walk by.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's like everybody gets a trophy. What are we doing here? You don't win unless you win.
Right.
You know, like United saying, hey, we're going to be more focused on diversity when we hire our pilots.
Right.
Well, guess what I'm not going to do? I ain't flying United.
Because I want the well-qualified pilot.
Has nothing to do with diversity. Has everything to do with whether or not you know how to land the plane.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
So let's talk about demand. You're going to invest in demand, whether you want to create a product that somebody wants to buy or you're going to invest money into something. You have to pay attention to where demand is. I got this little Cliff bar. I don't know, talk to Cliff, not Chuck. Talk to Cliff. I don't know if you know Cliff or not. This guy right here, I mean, he's almost falling off the cliff. Think about that, okay? So these guys came out with these Cliff Bars, which, by the way, I love the peanut butter ones. That's they're not sponsoring the show. I'm just talking about you're welcome, Cliff, or whoever started that company. But at the end of the day, I thought to myself, what a great brand. They said, okay, where is demand going? People are getting more health conscious. They're more living more active lifestyles, and there's a community that want to do more active things, right? So they're in a place where that's becoming a bigger deal. People will travel to mountain bike here or hike there, and people have the money to kind of spend to go do these things. So they said, let's create a product that's simple, that's easy. I mean, hand me that back real quick. I don't know if you've ever tried to get like meatloaf and mashed potatoes and gravy in a bag like this,
Right.
and then pour it into your mouth
Right.
while you're on the side of a mountain, it doesn't work out so
It
well.
doesn't work out. You might fall off that cliff.
This right here, like when you open this bad boy, look at this. Watch this. You can literally take a piece off and throw it to your neighbor if he's hanging 10 feet across. So the point is they're paying attention. Yeah, eat a piece of that. See what you think.
And the macros on these things are good.
It's very good for you. So that's a great example of somebody, a company,
Right.
saying, okay, here's a demand. We're going to fill it. I don't know if you remember this or not. I mean, Cliff Bars didn't exist years ago.
Right.
And I have something where it's I get hangry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get irritable.
Yeah, like I need some.
I get bipolar.
I need some. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need some food.
Yeah.
So I'm in a place where like, hey, we got to have a quick snack. And sometimes when you eat just a quick snack, it doesn't give you the protein, some stuff you need.
Right.
They invested in demand. They saw a demand. They saw a need. They saw the fact that people were moving to having more active lifestyle.
Right.
We're gonna invest in something like that and create a product. And I think when you look at anything, you have to think about where is the demand moving. And how can I invest in it?
Garth
Which is what
Brooks.
Bud Light did not do.
Garth Brooks should have known this.
He failed on that one.
Yeah. Imagine to come up with a great brand. You did all your homework. You did all your diligence.
Yeah, diligence.
Right? You got your product, and it comes out, you know what? I got an idea for a commercial. Hey, put LGBTQ on this
Yeah.
and say, and if you don't eat it, you're racist. You're sexist.
Yeah, you're homophobic.
Man, sales are going to go through the roof.
You know what's going to happen? Cliff is going to become homeless. Real fast.
Cliff's
Right.
going to be homeless and gay.
And you know what? Bud Light, they had gay commercials in the past for LGBTQ, but
Yeah.
it was tastefully done.
Yeah.
They put a product where they went wrong. They sent a product to a influencer that's pushing a fringe ideology, and
Yeah.
on top of that person that influencer, her fans are young kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you push not only you pushing
Millions.
alcohol on
Yeah.
kids, but you pushing a fringe ideology that half the country doesn't believe in.
You're not paying attention to who's
Yeah.
buying the stuff.
Right.
In case you're wondering out there, kids don't have any money.
Right. And kids are supposed to not drink.
The parents have the money. So when you create a product and you create something, focus on where the demand is going, number one. Number two, think about who you're going to use to promote the brand.
Yeah, I still can't believe how that guy still got a job, the CEO.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And it's amazing to me. What I don't like is they're talking to everybody like, oh, you're a homophobe. And like, no, I'm not a homophobe. I'm just, again, I'm not going to stand there at the street corner with a flag celebrating you. I got life to live.
Right.
I don't have time to stand out there and celebrate you.
Yeah.
You want to live your life? Go live your life.
They don't celebrate us?
No. Exactly. Good for you, Mike, for being married for almost 23 years and having 4 kids.
Good for you being Christian and all.
And building several companies and having employees and
Yeah.
giving money to nonprofits and things along. Good. Oh, there's no. I'm not asking for applause. I don't want a month.
Right.
I don't want a month. I just want people to
Yeah.
live normal. So when you think about investing in your life, there's a couple things I think we got to talk about, guys, for people, and that is number one, not only is it investing your dollars. All right, so where are you investing? And by the way, that not only goes to you investing yourself, but also if you have an advisor that you're working with, like what are they investing in? I got to tell you, I've had not only with some of the other companies, and we still have a company, so I'm wearing a different hat now. I'm not an advisor in this place, so don't take this as advice, but some of the other companies I've seen and advisors that I've coached over the years, I've coached 120 independent advisors that are actually helping families. We have a firm ourselves that's helping families. And one of the things I've seen, guys, is they would get details across their desk, across the email. They might provide an investment to their clients just because the numbers look good.
Right.
But they didn't take the time to do the research, go check out the properties, go make sure it's legitimate, go make sure it's real. And then you run into things like Ponzi schemes, all this stuff, because somebody didn't do their due diligence. Now, there's risk in everything that you do.
Right.
Just because you do diligence doesn't mean that there's not going to be risk. But I think the first thing when it comes to investments, whether you're investing on your own or whether you're investing through some type of an advisor that's providing ideas to you, be in a place where you legitimately know and feel good about the reality that there is actually demand for what you're investing in. And I think the second thing that people don't talk about is the idea of, we talk a lot on the show about the idea of investing in you, right? So as you're developing you, try and do something. Remember years ago, people were talking about colleges and how they were giving these degrees to these students that were literally worthless. What did you do? Well, I got a master's degree in underwater basket weaving. Oh, there's a real demand for that in our culture today.
Yeah, you gotta be insightful in what you're doing. Like, I used to go to this barber who happens to be black.
You still go to a barber?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Right? And I stopped going there, but it's like they only cut black people's hair.
What?
I don't know, because they're black barbers. So I switched to another barber, and not only do they cut black people's hair, they cut white people's hair. They cut everybody's hair. So I asked them, I was like, why don't you have any white clients or Korean or anything other than black? He said, well, I can only cut black hair. I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
A racist barber.
Wait, you got clippers that are like for black only, for white only. Like, I've never seen that.
yeah, no reason I brought it up to him.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And I brought that up to him. So won't you learn? I said, black people are like the poorest demographic. They don't tip well.
Yeah.
I said, won't you learn how to cut white people's hair? He's like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
That'd be like saying these shirts that we're all wearing, like you can only wear these if you're white. Or you can only wear them if you're
It
black.
doesn't make any sense.
You know,
People
it's fun.
pigeonhole
We're all wearing
themselves.
the shirt and nobody's melted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a lot of people, they're their own worst enemies. They're their biggest obstacle. He pigeonholed himself into cutting only 10% of the demographic of this country.
Well, and so that's a great point, because now when you say, talking about investing in your brand and investing in an idea, like if he just thought, okay, let me think about this. Okay, I'm busy, but what if I could double my business?
Yeah.
Just open the door, create some marketing for other people, get somebody that you can connect with and whatever. It just makes sense. So, I mean, listen, we got one shot through this life. Mm-hmm. We got one shot through this life, guys. And I think a lot of times people are in a place where they are so focused, and hopefully as you're watching these shows, you've been entertained, but they're so focused on entertaining themselves that they don't actually step back and think about, what am I doing to create, grow, invest, and do something that actually really matters.
Create demand for yourself, whether you're an employee or you own a company.
Yeah.
You create demand for yourself.
That's exactly right. And I think, I'm going to end it with this, but you talked about the black barber, the guy, and then the other barber that cuts with both. I think we got to throw these stereotypes, just throw them out the window.
Yeah.
I think the government and the media, listen, has there been racism in this country? Yeah. Are there probably going to still ever always be racism in this country?
Yeah.
In some, but it's not the masses.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, I remember there's a verse in the Bible that says, when Jesus was talking, he says, the poor will always be with you.
Right.
He was talking about Mary and Martha and who's spending time with who and stuff like that, right? When you think about it, it's like there's always going to be problems in the world. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Surprise, we have problems in the world today. There's always going to be problems in the world today. Yeah. But if we focus on all of those things, if we focus on all the things that everybody says to keep us separated, we're not really going to spend the time to invest in us.
Yeah.
Invest in quality things that are going to move our families forward.
Keeps you in a box. Like I'm from
That's
the
exactly
mindset.
Right.
I'm from the mindset that race is a social construct anyway. We all the same.
100%.
Perfect example. My brother brought up. When you have a black person living everything through living life through a black lens. No, you just a human being. You're a man. You need to find demand.
You need some light to look out of that lens.
Exactly.
I'm a black man. I'm gonna open up a pizza shop, but it's only for black people.
I make black pizza.
I mean, talk about going backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, that's going backwards. Let that stuff go.
Yeah. Let it
go. It's let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I mean, just come on. Get beyond it. So think about what you're investing in.
One thing I hate when people label me as a black comedian or a black conservative.
Yeah.
I'd hate that. No, I'm just a conservative. I'm just a comedian. My skin color has nothing to do with it.
Has nothing to do with it. So think about it like this. You're watching the show and you've listened to Keith and Kevin, or if you listen to me and you say, man, I've laughed. Well, I'm only going to laugh when Michael says a joke because I'm white. But I'm only going to laugh when Keith and Kevin say a joke because I'm like, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's either funny or it's not.
Right.
And oh, by the way, if it's not funny to you, that's fine because it's funny to lots of other people out there that are watching this.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I think that's a great point. I mean, like let's get over ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's stop being oversensitive.
Right.
You're not going to get a trophy for just participating. You get a trophy when you win.
Yeah.
So
when you make a difference.
Yeah. So the question is, do you want to make a difference? Do you want to win? And if you want to win and make a difference in life, you have to invest in things that matter. And that starts with you. That starts with the dollars that you invest. That starts with making sure that if you're using an advisor, they know what they're talking about. Ask them real questions. That starts with you learning things like through the investing basics,
right,
so they can learn the financial alphabet so you can walk into those meetings and be empowered yourself. That's why we got those resources for you, because I think that's what we got to be doing. I'm going to give you the second to last word because typically, it's always very revolutionary of what you're saying. No, it's not revolutionary. It's revelation. Revelation. That's right. You can provide revelation.
Your revelation was revolutionary.
There you go.
Be a part of the team.
Boom. Be a part of the team. Home team. Home team, baby.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Stay empowered. Be empowered. Invest in you.
Yeah.
Peace out. No, that's in. Out. We're talking about out. Out. See you later.